Let's see if this works.
Oh my god. Wait, that's funny.
That's so good.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you ready to watch a League video, you fat fuck? No? Yeah? Trick question, I don't fucking care. Boom. This champion's Ornn, and today I'm gonna break down whether or not he's worth playing. Ornn is an introverted demigod. He makes weapons under a volcano and shit. Fun fact, he's Volibear's brother. Fucking somehow. He's fucking Volibear's brother. Come on, Riot, what are you gonna hit us with next? Is he secretly also Teemo's uncle and Trinimir's father? Ornn once punched a mountain, but the mountain did not yield. And so he started fighting with the planet, I think. Then after he got done fighting with the planet, he went back to making weapons and shit. So you can tell the creative individuals developing the League Universe plotline are still killing it. Now before we get all hot and spicy, I want you to take into account that this video was conceived soon after Ornn's release, and the bottom line is that this champion fucking sucks more cum than Sky Williams, who is a homosexual. And this review was heavily influenced by how strong Ornn currently is. His win rate is at this very moment a staggering 31% for support, 36% for top, and 34% for jungle, which I can attest are the three only functional methods of contributing to all the smiles on the Rift without getting suspended. And even though anger management makes me so goddamn fucking angry, I've been told I should focus more on the positive sides of life. So instead of shitting up and down this champ like some fucked up scat porn, I'll start by telling you why you'd ever fucking pick a champion with an average win rate below 35%. First up, you got his ultimate. The Mega Fireball, Stampede, Super Pooper Trooper, kill all the dum-dum bad boys, Snipper Snapper super move. Riot pulled out the fucking Rain Man 700 IQ secret game devs they have locked in a basement for this one. They got you activating this giant skill shot, but nothing comes out of your character. Nani? Then suddenly, this giant elemental fire bull god comes charging towards you, hits and slows enemies, and here comes the Rain Man game design. Bada bam pow, bitch! You headbutt the bull back the other way and that also knocks enemies up. Yeah. I'm glad to see Riot taking notes from Valve. In my opinion, Ornn is the most Dota-like champion to date, and I think that's a great thing. For example, much like in Dota, he doesn't have to go back to base to buy items. He can just forge them like a pimp. Trading horribly with Urgot? Bramble Vest. Need some more health for the all-in you're about to make? You got it. Anything your fucking heart desires? If you got the money, you can magically make it by hitting this anvil with a hammer. Cause that makes sense. Now run it back and rewind. Ah, boom! It's all the Mega Fireball, Stampede, Super Pooper Trooper, kill all the dum-dum bad boys, Snipper Snapper super move. It was so fucking satisfying. Even though it ultimately isn't that powerful, it feels extremely powerful, and it's one of the more fun abilities in the game to land. Another unique trick to this character is that you can pack a punch all these items for your team. Give Yasuo a Molten Edge, give Darius an Obsidian Cleaver, give Garen a Forge Fire Cape, or give LeBlanc a Rabadon's Death Crown. This combined with the ability to forge your items in lane genuinely gives you the feeling that you're playing a mutant dwarf blacksmith from below the mountain. And not just what would happen if a magical dwarf fucked a car tire. Although in my opinion, that's a more fitting lore. All rights reserved to Riot Games employees, please forward all business inquiries to this email when you intend to hire me. I tried full AP Ornn, but the fact that his ult is his only AP scaling ability and that it scales with only 20% of your AP makes AP Ornn utter garbage. I tried full AD Ornn, which also blows the fuck seeing as his Q is his only AD scaling ability and that he doesn't work full AD like at all. So yeah, tank Ornn is pretty much the way to go. And when you finally give in to Riot Games, spill your blood into the pentagram after sacrificing a goat and completing the Satan summoning incantations in Latin, Intrae Satanas, you will be rewarded with the darkest parts of this game. This dude is unbelievably tanky, like it's so ridiculous. You don't need to build any damage on him. Yet you better hold on if I'm gonna articulate his abilities, cause it's gonna be a bumpy ride. This ain't Season 2 where I could explain the champion's skill set in a few sentences, so buckle up, amigo. His Q is a skill shot that slows, scales with AD and creates a tiny pillar to undercompensate for his massive schlong. His W is him literally breathing fire for 2 seconds, whilst shielding himself for 12% of his maximum health. The final tick of this ability will apply Brittle. Now Brittle is a part of Ornn's passive. His ult and flamethrower apply it, and if a target with stacks of Brittle gets hit with an immobilizing effect, they take 7 to 16% of their maximum health as magic damage, and the immobilizing effect lasts up to 60% longer. Now considering that chain crowd control is my least favorite aspect of the game, all I can say is Ornn's E is a dash that has an AoE knockup, if he collides with terrain that is. Both the charge and the impact if he hits terrain scaling with bonus magic resistant armor, so even by building full tank you're making your abilities stronger. And how badass is it that his E destroys champion made terrain from the enemy team, like a Nivea wall? That's pretty cool. For a change of pace, I also thoroughly enjoyed playing him jungle and support and found myself mindlessly bored with playing him top. His ganks are fucking lethal, and he's really fun to lane with as a support. So overall, those are the positive aspects of Ornn. He's got a unique, interesting kit, and his gimmicks make him pretty fun overall, unless you're on his team. Because as much as it seems like this guy'd be great to have on your team with all his supporty traits and all, there's nothing in the world I'd want less on my team than a fucking Ornn. I asked on Twitter, what are some dirty ways to play Ornn? Meteos responded, I think banning him so your teammates can't play him is the best way to use Ornn right now. And honestly, I can't disagree with the man. He knows his shit. Other valid answers include, but aren't limited to, just don't. Uninstalling the game. Don't queue up. Play Darius instead. Not picking him. This guy fucking sucks cocker, fam. And you don't fucking play Ornn. And with that, you might sense that we're moving into the more negative aspects of this review. Ornn is so bad that I waited with uploading this video till it was 9/11. Just think about that for a second. Ornn has more mana issues early than the average Eeyore cosplayer has in daddy issues. He's susceptible to being poked down, and at times you feel so fucking useless on him. They balanced his kit around his strong laning that he's supposed to have due to being able to buy items in lane, and the effect that he's supposed to have in your team's fights late game, but that very fine-tuned Riot Games balancing makes his kit completely underwhelming and downright ineffective. If you want to go for their carries, you have neither the mobility nor the damage. You can partially counteract his lack of mobility with Righteous Glory, but his teamfights feel so fucking clunky either way. Alright, well this is my great move, I call it... Ah.
Oh, fuck.
If you want to peel for your carries, you don't have the crowd control. You want to land a sick ult to turn the team fight? Too fucking bad, kiddo. You get crowd controlled and can't shoot your mega move back. Even right now, when no one knows what this fucker does, figuring out how to counterplay him is elementary. Ornn is like the TF of top lane, in that he fucking loses to everybody that knows how to play their champion. You can take all your crafting items in lane and stick them right up your ass. A melee character with a single weak skill shot and gimmicks that are generally easily avoidable gets fucking murdered by the top lane meta, and top lane was Ornn's highest win rate. Almost everything about this character is detestable. He's barely functional. He's designed by a 12-year-old ADHD child juiced up on prescribed amphetamines. Ornn porn is a fucking disgusting trend, and his dance... Okay, his dance is awesome. I guess I've said enough bad shit continuously. Let's try to find a silver lining in this mess of a champion review. On one hand, Riot released a steaming pile of garbage. On the other hand, I'm glad every champion isn't Kayn. We don't need some edgy Tekken demon man every time Riot makes a champion. I'm actually kinda glad to not see this guy in every game fucking me up. If I couldn't appreciate that, I'd be hypocritical as shit. I've always complained that Riot balanced their entire game and its development around the LCS and professional play. Yet champions like Ornn and items like Duskblade prove to me that Riot truly don't give a single fuck across the board. Can't you see that Riot are alphaing the shit out of us? In their own words from a recent press release. You think you own us, stupid cunts? Fuck it. Next patch we buff Duskblade. Twice. What you gonna do about it, faggot fucks? Complain about it on Reddit and buy some more RP? That's what I thought. We fucking own you, you stupid fucking piece of shit. And with those hard-hitting words from Riot's PR team, I think we'll move on to something less depressing. Like, how about I try to show you guys some footage of what playing Ornn would look like in real life. Damn. That's quite depressing too. I guess that is my silver lining. Ornn is fucking depressing. Don't get me wrong. I like a few aspects of him, like his badass ultimate, but I think the cons outweigh the pros, and if I'm gonna spend dubious amounts of time playing this dumbass game, I'm gonna try my best to have a blast, making people enter psychosis with Kane's Shadow Assassin one-shot bullshit, dominating with lane bullies like Darius or Renekton, or playing certain ridiculous team comps with my friends to try and find unique ways of playing the game that almost no one else is doing. That is fun to me, and with that I think it's time to rate Ornn. Starting with his looks. Now this is a place where I actually feel that Ornn gets to shine. Both his in-game model and splash art are on point. He gets the most poppin' dance move, his ult looks god tier, and as such, I can honestly give Ornn's looks a 10 out of 10. I genuinely think the artistic merit is sky high in Ornn's character design. As for his gameplay, I'm gonna have to hit him with a solid out of 10. And finally, for the only score that truly matters, my personal enjoyment, I give Ornn 3 petite naughty schoolgirl cum sluts out of 20. Should you play Ornn? No, and neither should your friends, so take Medio's advice and ban him so you don't end up with him on your team. Sayonara, amigos. Hit like to join Islam.